it's Laura. Welcome back to my channel. 8turn is back once again with 8 p.m. orbit video. I've been really getting into 8turn this year, so I'm really excited to see what this is all about. Let's go ahead and get right into it. I love the bass. Ooh. I love that. I love that little finger symbol in there. So smart. Ooh. That head voice space there is so nice. Nice. Nice transition.
Every time I remember 환상 속의 베이지 튼이 눈빛이 날 깨워나요 Running back to last night into you
Ooh.
Let me set it right 1분 1초간 내게로 move on Other summer flame no it ain't gonna do Want you in my arms Oh hear me girl 이거 줄래 my sign 8pm push me out of space 파도 치는 feel yeah along in the wave Pull up on my name Party party babe Feel it in your smile yes 8pm Oh this sunset and vibes In the
Ooh.
night we gon' ride
That harmony there, nice. Ooh, we got some ad-libs in the background too. Ooh, nice. I'm sad that that's done. This was really, really fun. I really enjoyed it. Especially the fact that the vibe was, I love that it was in grayscale. I just love the overall feeling of it. And I did just, at the end it popped up that there was also a visualizer as well. So I'm definitely going to have to look into that as well. From the beginning, I loved the bass. I think the bass really held everything together. It created such a vibe from the very beginning, especially with the little ting of the finger symbols. I loved that. You know, it's funny how such like a small instrument, because the finger symbols are really small and you can play them in lots of different ways. But I really like when, so you take the finger symbol and you hit them against each other like this, rather than like this. Most people think that you take them, and you can do that. But when they have this like ting sound, I just like it so much. It worked really well in this. And then I love how in the verse, going into their head voice was so incredibly nice. It was just so smooth and satisfying. And then the chorus, I love the little breakdown. And then we had like this synthesizer and really thick bass underneath the melody. And I think it just was that change in texture that just made it so incredibly interesting to listen to and kind of go into, which I really loved. And then we have the melody on top. I love the kind of back and forth too at the end with one member. One member was singing and then the rest were like responding as a group. That was really nice, the way that they did that. And then we had a little transition with the drums before going into verse 2. And what I really liked about verse 2 was it kept the same idea of what was happening in verse 1. It just ramped it up a little bit more. And it had a little more, like this electronic part coming through. It sounded like an electronic keyboard that was coming through underneath. I thought that was really nice. And the NTU with that little pause, it was like, into you, or something like that. I don't remember the exact melody, but it was really like such a fun part of it. I really liked the way they kind of stretched out what was going on in the vocal. In the chorus, what I loved is that we added so much harmony. We had some more ad-libs. We had that group sing. It just added more thick texture to it. So it just was adding even more vocal to that. and versus the first verse. Excuse me, versus the first chorus, which I really enjoyed and loved. Something that I've been loving about 8turn, I think the reason that I've been loving their music so much this year, and I'm getting into them more, is because they've had so many different concepts and they've nailed every single one of them. I mean, at the beginning of the year, we had Bruise, and now compare that to 8 p.m. Like, they're completely, like, different, but I've been noticing the style of their singing is very similar throughout. And I think that's what, like, holds, like, everything together. The reason they're able to do these concepts so incredibly well in all these different genres is because of their vocal. And also the style of what's going on. Like, if you do that, you know, even against, like, this and Stage Fright, right? Like, Bruise and Stage Fright, if you compare those, you know, they have so many different qualities. They're so dramatic, right? Both of them. They have really cool choreography, the really good vocals. Like, I think that's just something that I've absolutely been loving. And so I'm really glad that I've been getting more and more to them. And I'm so happy that they've released a ton of music. If you guys have any suggestions for what else I should listen to from them, please let me know in my recommendations form down in the description box, because I'd love to react to more of them and get to know them better. So tell me what you guys thought about this. Did you love it? Did you hate it? What was your favorite part of the song or the music video? And I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.